Happy Monday, everybody. This is John Jerkowitz, and I'm here on Motivation Monday to talk with you a little bit about getting your week off to the right start. Read a story that Dr. Robert Schuller wrote a number of years ago. If you don't know about Dr. Schuller, he was one of the best motivational speakers of our time till he passed away a few years ago. And Dr. Schuller said that back in the early 80s, he was invited to speak at an agricultural convention in the city of Chicago. Now, being well known and famous as Schuller was, the venue was packed. And Schuller stood in the wings waiting to be introduced. And before he did, he saw a group of people off to the side. They were the event organizers. They approached him and looked at him sort of plaintively. The year was 1983. The United States and much of the world was going through a recession. As Schuller said in his own words, the Democrats blamed the Republicans and the Republicans blamed the Democrats. We blamed one another and the rest of the world, and the rest of the world blamed us. Sound familiar? So Schuller said he looked up at the crowd of men that were in front of him and they said, Dr. Schuller, before you go out there, we want to tell you a little bit about your audience. Most of these people are farmers. Most of these people borrowed money to be here to listen to you speak today. Most of the people here are farmers, and they've lost a lot in the past few years. We're asking you, regardless of what you'd planned to say today, can you give these people some sort of message of hope? And Dr. Schuller said he was more than a bit nonplussed. He said he started to walk across the stage and the bright lights glaring on him, could barely see his audience, but he could hear the murmuring and the polite applause. And he gripped his hands on the podium, looked down at his notes, uttered a prayer, and said the following: tough times don't ever last, but tough people do. Geez, John, what kind of motivator is that for Monday morning? Over the past couple weeks, I've had some dips and some valleys. As a matter of fact, I planned on doing this hangout an hour and a half ago, and for whatever reason, it just wouldn't set up right, threw me out. You've been there, you've done that. But one of the things that crossed my mind was this: successful people who work hard towards their own success are going to have those failures. They're going to have those tough times. They're going to scratch their head and say, gee, I wonder if this is worth it. I'm a career development and small business consultant and coach. And, you know, the mantra that 95% of all businesses fail in the first year is something that I see my clients get hit over the head with on a regular basis. And I tell them that the difference between being part of the 95% and part of the 5% is what's here and what's here. Tough times do not last, but tough people do. So as you begin your week, maybe you take a positive step forward on firm ground. You are ready to slay the world. Maybe last week wasn't all you'd hoped it'd be, and your step is a little tentative. Where your journey takes you between now and the end of your week is entirely up to your vision, your focus, and what you sincerely believe you're capable of doing. Dr. Schuller was right. Tough times don't ever last. Tough people do. So the next time you're with a very successful person, maybe a coach, a mentor, somebody who you really expect, don't ask them to tell you about their great accomplishments and achievements them sticking the flag at the top of the mountain. Ask them to share with you the tough times and what got them through it. I'm John Jurkowitz. I hope you have a great Monday, and I hope you have a great week. Take care now.